Hey Zeddy, this is SuperZomGBBQ, and what I'm talking about today is Kalisto's event card, and actually going through the final stats that I believe you're going to see in a couple of weeks' time. Now, I've worked these out, and I promised you guys this yesterday, that we were going to have a look at the Kalisto card and the event card, and also have the reveal later on to check out if our predictions were right from what we thought were revealed, which were the tag team scenario with all the ring domination cards. So we thought we'd had Kofi Kingston and Bubba Ray. We'll see if those are correct later on. But talking about Kalisto's event card, now it's actually a lot easier than you think to predict event card stats. For example, I was able to predict most of the Rock stats by just using other older event cards and where people leveled those up. For example, with Charisma, with the power. It's actually, you can actually make your own Kalisto Pro card already. It's actually a lot easier than it sounds. All you have to do is go to WWE.SuperCard.cf, and you can find the details for that in the comment section and description below, because no doubt someone will link it in as well. Go to there, and if you notice, Kalisto's power and charisma are exactly the same as Rock's speed and toughness. So it's easy to work that out. Or if you've got a Rock Event Pro, all you've got to do is literally just copy the stats over and knows there is power and charisma without having any levels. Alternatively, you just play around with those stats and you can actually add things to it. Just a quickie, don't add anything to charisma or power, just do yourself a favour. But this card absolutely kills Chris Jericho in pretty much everything. As long as you add a decent amount of tokens to his speed, you are pretty much going to have a card that is unbeatable by any Chris Jericho, and is pretty much going to be very difficult for most other cards to be as well. The one card where Kalisto is going to struggle is against the Undertaker, because unless you really ramp up his toughness, the Undertaker is going to kill him in speed and charisma. So if you've got anyone who has an Undertaker in your King of the Ring, just try to make Kalisto avoid him at all costs, because unless he procs, or it's in speed, or speed and charisma, or speed and power, it is literally going to be game over. If it's power toughness, charisma, you are done. So what I worked out my pro stats for Kalisto to be were the follows. So my Rock speed is 2820, so I'm actually going to show you that here. 2820. Let's go to the Survivor cards. Let's go to normal. Here we go. So we got the Rock 3103, 3133, and toughness and speed is what we're looking at. Toughness and speed are exactly the same on the Kalisto card as I mentioned earlier on. So his power is going to be 2820, and his charisma is going to be 2759, which is pretty terrible. So the reason why I say it's really easy to work it out is if you go to that website and you put one extra stat token on the Rock's speed, his overall base stat is the same as Kalisto's toughness. So then all you need to do is add how many tokens you want onto it. And what I did by working out a version of mine that I was having a look and playing around with some of the tokens, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put 2 stats on Kalisto's toughness, I'm going to put 2 stats on his speed and see where I get to. And what I did then is I literally just went on to the site, put it on there, did a pro of it, and it came out that his speed is going to be with 2 stats on both cards in toughness and 3 stats on the pro, so 3 tokens on the pro. You're going to end up with a 3109 to 3115 in the toughness category. Thinking, well, how do you work out the rest of the stats? Well, all you got to do is just take the Rock, in fact this Rock in fairness, and if it's because it's leveled in toughness and speed, power and charisma are going to be almost pretty much exactly the same in terms of overall stats. So all you got to do is just add up all the stats together, take away the ones you've worked out, and that should be roughly what the speed will end up being if you did a 2 stat as well. You do a 3 stat, you're looking at it way higher, and if you're doing a 9 stat card, wow, then his speed is just going to be like 3250 or something like that. I worked out with the calculations I did, if you do a 4 stat on the 2 singles, so 2 tokens on both for speed and 2 tokens on both for toughness, you should end up with power 2820. His toughness would be 3115, 3109. His speed is going to be about 3120 to 3125. 3127 actually, I think I've written it down as, but that's just if you add everything else in together with it. And the charisma is going to be 2759. So overall, this card is going to be pretty amazing. And even against the likes of The Rock, for example, it's going to be incredible. Against Jericho, it literally kills it in every stat. And I'll be honest with you, if you level this up enough in toughness, this would actually kill a lot of the swagger and the Roman cards as well, especially the ones that haven't been leveled up very much. So you're literally just going to have unless you've got power and charisma on those cards, you're pretty much done for. The other conversation is, where would Kalisto fit? Well, he's a very much needed speed card, and quite frankly, swagger is pretty much the weak link here. So I would say that actually you're probably best sticking it, instead of swagger in your deck, put this card in your deck. But enough about the Kalisto card. Let me know if you're going to be going for the Kalisto Pro in the comments section below. And of course, leave a like if you want to see more WWE SuperCard content. And if you want to do the subscribe thing, yeah, I know it's cheesy, it's YouTube stuff, but hey, it actually gets people to listen. What we're now going to do is switch across to the live stream, where we're going to reveal the Legendary and the Survivor cards. And then we're going to have some King of the Ring rewards at the end of this video as well, which is going to be super awesome as always. Here we are in the stream, and just to clarify what we already know already, as you can see down the bottom there, it is Kofi Kingston because he has the Trouble in Paradise on the proc. But as well as that, we have been told by Cat Daddy that apparently Rare Domination is dead. So yeah, that means that we should actually now pull Survivor cards from this event, which would be pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys are still putting rares and like just nothing, unless you're in like lower the Survivor tier, then seriously, just I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, because that's fucking ridiculous. Let me know in the chat as well, because all I've pulled so far is rares. I've not pulled anything decent. I've only been 2 pulls in, so I can't really complain all that much, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so we're going to get on with this Ring Domination and hopefully get something good, because I am due a pull very, very, very soon. So I don't actually know how to play this, because he could use swag bags. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this one there and see, because I should be able to still win, I think, anyway. Let's get a Skype call though, because Moose said he was going to come on. It's alright, we can rock it. Who thinks I can do this shit solo with no help whatsoever? I'm going to do the whole stream solo, because Moose is just like gone to sleep, it seems. Okay, I don't know what to do here, because in fact, you know what, I'm gonna put Stone Cold here, because I win anyway. You know what, I'll just challenge here. Sweet. Bo Rider, yes. Proc Domination. PGFT Gamer says, JB, you boss, you like salt? Thanks, Bubby Joey, much appreciated. Solo for the win. Like in solo, I'll be the colour commentator, as well as the main lead. Would be bad if you couldn't. In fairness, it could claw roll. It would be bad if I couldn't have the whole stream to myself. So we are about to get Kofi Kingston, and we have had it confirmed as Kofi. So just to confirm that first of all, you may have heard that earlier in the video, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew it's definitely Kofi Kingston, as we said yesterday in the video. So what we're going to do is just go through this next game. There might be some individual highlights of certain games and stuff that we're playing in Ring Domination today. But yeah, basically, we're just going to get through this game. We're using a different strategy to normal, and I'll show you the strategy we are using. Okay. That's the rock done. Right, so we've had an amazing time on stream, guys. If you don't already subscribe, come into the chat. Oh, screw Roman Reigns. What's he doing? He's taking over my Booker T. Why you do that? Why you do this? Oh, no, I can't do that. Fuck. 1, 2, there you go. Okay, so I've got 3 there. Well, that sucks. I'm going to lose this game, but I'm still going to get Kofi anyway. Doesn't matter. So Hitman beat me because I screwed up with Booker, and Roman Reigns kind of killed. So yeah, there's 2 here. So there's 2 shards. We are done. Kofi Kingston is ours. Rare Batista, and then the final guess is Kofi. Thank you, Kofi, for coming to the squad. You're going to get literally locked in and just held for fusions, so you're not going to have much of a very nice live in my catalogue. R.I.P. Kofi. So yeah, ultra rare Ric Flair as well. I've just pulled an ultra rare second win as well. So let's just put in the first shard, and yeah, we're not going to get anything from there. So that's a pretty good pull, but we're still looking for our survivor pull, which hopefully comes during the stream. Are we going to get a reset here? Or am I just going to get the same luck I got in Legendary? Which is literally nothing. There we go! Confirmation, pretty much. It is Bubba Ray Dudley, who is the survivor card in Ring Domination. Oh, there we go. Another reset for Bubba Ray Dudley. So that's even more confirmation it's Bubba Ray. Right there. Just in case anyone was saying in the chat that it was going to be Devon, in before Devon. Got another reset. Rare Cameron as well. Sweet. So if you were thinking, oh, it could be Devon, well, that's Bubba Ray Dudley right there for you. So, ha! And after the work we've got to get to the end of the Bubba card we are there, this is going to be another Bubba Ray Dudley Pro. Not a card I'm particularly fond of, but hey, it's there and it's a thing. In the meantime, you may or may not have seen an image pop up on Twitter today, which was a Kalisto, which I actually made myself. This is what, as you saw in the video, I expected the stats to end up being as, so you should see that pop up in just a second. Yes, this is photoshopped. I apologise if I caused any problems, but basically the idea of this is to show off what I was talking about earlier on, and it gives you an idea of what the card is going to look like. And this is more of like a physical representation, whereas beforehand it was more of a, well, this is what it's possibly going to look like. So this gives you a really good idea of where the card is heading, and what you can do if you wanted to kind of change around the stats to make it more suitable for you. Basically, I think it's the best way to say it. So yeah, we're coming to the end of Bubba Ray Dudley. I'm going to lose this match, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to get Bubba Ray Dudley regardless. I have absolutely no chance of beating The Rock in terms of stats. And I've had a couple of issues actually winning games in this. They've definitely changed up a couple of things, and it's not as easy to win as it was before. But Wicked ESU gets the victory. Let's get Bubba Ray Dudley. One shot left to go, and here we go. It is Bubba Ray, and we get a rare charisma. We still haven't got that survivor pull. We're just going to see if we can get any pulls off of the board. There we got our first one for Kalisto, which is a rare charisma. A second one for Kalisto, which is the Ramiz. I doubt we're going to get a third. We're going to get a third one as well. Okay, Mr. Perfect. We're not going to get a fourth one, but wow, that's pretty ridiculous. I got three in the space of 5 picks, which is crazy. So yeah, that's Bubba Ray Dudley. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and also comment on whether the Kofi and Bubba is going to get you a pro. As well as that, let me know what you think of the Kalisto stats on the right hand side of what we were talking about earlier on with Kalisto. And most importantly, remember to Zolive!